Now that you've created one screen, we're going to work on creating an event that will link it to the next screen. If we go over to Project, you'll remember that we created this secondary screen here. And so on this screen, I'm just going to create real quickly something in here. So we'll call this the main menu, and on here we're going to make sure that we change our theme to be black so it matches. And on here, what I'm going to do from my palette is choose an item list here. And I'm also going to change that to be black. So over here you'll see I can add more items if I want, so I've got 4. And I can put in here, so we'll put the home and studio, we'll put the Peter Beachy house, we'll put the Frank Thomas house, and last we'll put the Unity Temple in here. And so each of these will now function as a button to get us to each of those places. And probably I'm going to want to put some text in there, so I'm just going to drag a text area in there that sits as a placeholder for now. Now, I'm going to go back in my project tab here to the home screen. And what I want to do is use this button that will link me to this screen. So back in my home screen, I'm going to click on this button. And what I'm going to do is go over here to Events. And I'm going to add an event, and I'm going to add a click event. And once I've added the click event, I'm going to add an action to that. And that action is going to be navigate to a page. So when I do that, I get a list here that I can choose from all the pages or screens that I've created. So I'm going to choose secondary screen. I'm going to let it have the default transition effect, but here's where you could change things to be sliding and popping and fading, flipping around, however you want that. Reverse is going to mean that when you slide, your transition slides from one screen to the next. If you check reverse, that transition will slide backwards or to the left as you're working through there. If you leave reverse unchecked, as we will, you will slide to the right as you're going into your next screen. And if you have a need to fully refresh the screen, which we won't in our app that we're building today, but you can also set that to do that here. So I'm going to say OK. And that's all there is to that. So we could actually go up here right now and test. And let's see, we'll always allow pop-ups from Tiggzi. And so we now have jumped into here. So you can see we've got our text, which is a little bit off right now. We'll have to fix that. But if we hit Start Exploring, it takes us right to this page. Now if we click any of these, we haven't set them to do anything, so they of course won't do anything yet.